Today we're talking about the specific steps you can take to recession-proof your business. Now, if all small businesses struggle and even fail during recessions, what separates those that survive from those that fail? What about the businesses that actually grow during a recession? What secrets are they using? The reason is because of frameworks and systems. So in this video, I'm going to break it all down. After watching this, I guarantee you will feel differently about how to confidently navigate your business through any economic disruption. This is the proven 6-step framework for how to recession-proof your business. And by the way, I'm Tommy G. Back in the day when I was running small businesses before advising them, during the first major recession we faced in the early 2000s, we not only survived, but actually doubled our revenue using these timeless frameworks in spite of the recession and the 9/11 attacks. At Small Business Advisor Group, we help small businesses like yours optimize for revenue and profit. So if I can help you with any of this, just book in a call with me. There's a link to my calendar in the description. All right, let's dive in. Now, before we get into the steps, there's a critical first piece that you have to understand, and this alone will level up your growth in a massive way. This is the game within the game. You may be worried, frustrated, and stressed about all the uncertainty out there. I totally understand. You have every reason to feel that way. The question is, how can we respond? I had a mentor who taught me this phrase. You may have heard it before, and it rings true in our situation today. Control the controllables. Consider identifying and focusing on the thoughts, beliefs, and actions that you can directly impact today. What we can all do, and what I'll encourage you to do, is shift your mindset. Instead of just trying to survive a recession, focus on how we can thrive. Ask, could an economic disruption help grow your business? That's the mentality that we want to have. We want to ask ourselves how a recession or stagflation could actually be an advantage to us, an opportunity rather than a disadvantage. If stagflation isn't a term you're familiar with, that's okay. We haven't had a risk of stagflation in over 40 years. Nope, it has nothing to do with deer or balloons. It's when our economy experiences both high inflation and slow economic growth, which is uncommon as these two factors usually move in opposite directions. Yes, we are living through very unusual times at the moment. Your mindset is critical, especially during challenging economic conditions. Here's a quick real-world example, and then we'll jump into the steps. The reality is your competition pulls back at times like these, which gives you the opportunity to grab market share. This is one positive way you can approach a recession. Your competition is going to start pinching their pennies. They'll stop spending money on advertising, marketing, or stop investing in their business altogether. They're not going to be in a growth mindset. They'll be in a scarcity mindset on defense, reacting, and that's not a soft position. If you take this time to shift your mindset into growth, adopt an abundance mindset, go on offense, take action now, and optimize your business for revenue and profit, you'll actually come out ahead not just during the recession, but well after it for years to come. I have to warn you, this could be a rough one. The consequences of waiting, hesitating, and not taking action could be dire. So, adopt an abundance mindset and start taking action today. And if you understand that, the steps we're about to go through become a lot easier. Okay, so these are the 6 steps in the process of recession-proofing your business. Number 1, create guiding principles. Number 2, clarify your message. Number 3, write $1 million sales pitch. Number 4, optimize your product offering. Number 5, simplify your operations. And number 6, use a cash flow system. Now, let's take each one quickly and break down how to do it. Number 1, guiding principles. John Maxwell is right when he says everything rises or falls on leadership. Creating a package of guiding principles does 3 things. It aligns your team around your top 3 economic objectives. It defines the 3 key characteristics of people that you need to have working with you, and it defines the repeatable 3 critical actions necessary to hit those 3 objectives. So, you're going to write a mission statement that includes your 3 economic objectives. You're going to establish the 3 key characteristics of the sort of people that are necessary to accomplish this mission, and the 3 critical actions your people are going to take in order to achieve those objectives. So the formula that we're going to use to rewrite your mission statement is this: we will accomplish X by Y because of Z. We will accomplish X, our 3 economic objectives. By Y is a deadline, and because of Z is the why, W-H-Y question mark, of your business. It's the actual mission part of your mission statement. When you include a reason your mission matters, you and your team will be energized around a cause. Now you'll have a set of guiding principles made up of these 3 things: a mission statement to align your team around 3 economic priorities that drive revenue, profit, and growth; a list of 3 key characteristics that act as the aspirational identities you and your team need to live into in order to accomplish your mission; and 3 critical actions that you and every member of your team can perform each day to move yourself closer to the mission itself. These 3 elements will help your team members feel like they're part of an important story and will focus your business. Your set of guiding principles will create alignment and unity, increase engagement, increase productivity, and help you recruit and keep better talent. Now, there's a reason the number 3 keeps coming up. Why 3? The reason that we're choosing 3 economic objectives, 3 key characteristics, and 3 critical actions is the human mind has trouble prioritizing more than 3. I truly wish we could include 6 or include 15, but if you include 15, you might as well include 0, because we typically can only remember 3. So, after you nail your mission statement, brainstorm your key characteristics and critical actions. Circle the ones you like best, take a few votes, include 3 of them for each, and ship them to your set of guiding principles. Immediately, you're going to start becoming the kind of people you need to become in order to get this done. You'll also have the actions you can take to make those objectives a reality. That step is super important, but if you don't couple it with what's next, then the magic will be lost. All right, let's move on to step 2 in the process. Clarify your message so customers and potential customers will listen. Here's the problem. Every day, people are being bombarded with information. Because they are being bombarded, they only listen to people and brands that communicate simply and clearly. The reality is, people don't buy the best products and services. They don't. They buy the products and services that are communicated the clearest, the ones they can understand the fastest. Here's a quick heads up. If your competitor has an inferior product or service, but they are a better communicator, they will beat you in the marketplace every single time. The solution? Clarify your message. Why? The reason is people only buy when they read or hear words that help them understand your products and services can help them solve a problem they're currently dealing with. It's words. Words we use that make people want to buy things from us. Most marketing is a ridiculous and complete waste of time and money, because most marketing is cute or it's clever, but it isn't clear. Clarity is what sells things. There are 2 mistakes that small business owners make when it comes to talking about their products. The 2 mistakes are being too vague in defining what the customer wants and listing too many things the customer wants. Here's a suggestion. Make your marketing and sales clearer and easier using story. Story is the most powerful tool available to compel the human brain. Story is an amazing tool. Story is the only thing known to mankind that can capture a human being's attention. 30% of the time, your brain is daydreaming. 30% of the time. And that's a survival mechanism, because just when your brain doesn't have any information to process to keep it alive or help it advance in some way, it just goes into checkout mode. But if I were to sit you down in front of a television and start a story, a Netflix series or something like that, you actually pay attention. You may pay attention for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours. And if it's a Game of Thrones series or something like that, you might lose the entire weekend, right? Instead of telling our story, we want to invite customers into a story. A story starts when the hero, our customer, wants something. We must stimulate a desire in our customer by identifying something that they want. Define exactly what your ideal customer wants and what problem they have. Invite them into a story in which they solve their problem by using your product or service. The problem gets solved when they buy your product. So Clarify your marketing. What do your customers want? What problem is your customer experiencing? Define and state this clearly. Don't ever forget that the customer is always the hero in the story. You and your company are the guide that helps them win. Position your product or service, your brand, as the solution to their problem. Pro tip: remember, if you confuse, you lose. So be clear. All right, let's move on to step 3, which is create $1 million sales pitch. Stop selling and start inviting customers into a story. One of the biggest challenges business owners face while trying to grow is learning how to sell effectively. Very few people want to sell, and even fewer actually enjoy the process of selling. The problem: we all know how it feels to be sold to, and it doesn't feel good. Here's why. We feel like there's a hidden agenda in the conversation. We feel like somebody is only wanting to take from us rather than give. And we feel like somebody isn't giving us the space we need to make up our own minds about what we want. The solution: instead of selling, invite customers into a story where they're the hero and you're the guide. This framework is designed so you don't have to think about selling at all. All you have to do is discover what the customer is frustrated about and then help them find a solution to their problem. When you do this, you play the role of the guide in your customer story. You will find that when you think of your customer as the hero in a story and yourself as an important character in their story who is trying to help them win the day, they in turn respect you rather than fear you. They admire you rather than abhor you, and they are grateful to discover you represent a solution to their problem. There are so many great examples of this in movies. One of the best is Star Wars. Luke Skywalker, the hero, wants to rebel against the Empire and know if he has what it takes to be a Jedi. It's Yoda, the guide, who gives him confidence, a plan, and training to go out and defeat the enemy. The happy ending happens when Luke destroys the Death Star and wins the day. So, how do you invite customers into a story? Take these 5 steps. Number 1, start with the customer's problem. Every story starts when the hero faces a challenge. Talk about the real frustration your customer is facing. Number 2, position your product or service as a solution to the problem that you or your sales reps are going to guide them through solving it. Number 3, build a bridge from your customer's problem to your solution by giving them an easy 3-step plan so your customer feels confident and knows what to do next. Number 4, create a sense of urgency by painting the stakes, both positive and negative. Positive stakes: what will life look and feel like if they use your product and service? Success. Negative stakes: what's at risk if they don't act, if they don't use your product or service? Failure. Number 5, invite your customers to place an order with a clear call to action. Okay, use these 5 talking points for every sales conversation, email, or presentation to give you the confidence you need to close more sales, feel great about how you sell, and grow your business. The result? You stop selling and start guiding. And when you do that, customers trust you more, respect you more, and yes, they buy more. So, if you're ready to close more deals, increase revenue without feeling awkward or pushy, start thinking like a storyteller, start acting like a guide, and make your customer the hero. All right, moving on to step 4. Optimize your product offering. Now, this may seem obvious, but stay with me here. You'd be amazed at how many businesses fail to get this one right. Start selling products that are extremely profitable and stop selling products that lose money. Ramping up your marketing and sales effort is key to increasing revenue, but there's a third way to make more money, and it's this: optimize your product offering. Every dollar you make comes from selling a product, and yet we often overlook the importance of regularly reviewing and updating our product offering. Here's a process to examine your product offering so you can allocate your marketing and sales energy to the products that produce the most revenue. Now, first, audit your products for profitability. List every product you sell and rank them from most to least profitable. You'll quickly spot which ones are draining your time and energy without delivering returns, and which ones deserve more focus. This exercise involves ranking your products in order of profitability from most to least profitable. The exercise of ranking your products for profitability is going to do two important things. It will show you where your money is really coming from, and it will inform you about where to spend more of your marketing and sales effort. Here's the process to rate your products. List every product you sell on a whiteboard or piece of paper. Use your gut instinct to rank those products from most to least profitable on a profitability audit worksheet. Then do due diligence to make sure that your list is right. After you know where your business is really making money and where it isn't, you need to ask yourself some difficult questions. How much bandwidth is being used to produce, market, and distribute products that are not profitable? Can you stop selling some of those products? Are the marketing and sales efforts reflective of your profitability ranking? And how can you allot more marketing and sales resources to increase sales on your highest profit items? Okay. Second, create new products that people actually want. There are 7 main things customers are looking to accomplish. Number 1, they want to make money. Number 2, they want to save money. Number 3, they want to save time. Number 4, they want to reduce their frustrations. Number 5, they want to gain status. Number 6, they want to connect with others in a community. And number 7, they want simplicity. Your new offers should hit one or more of those goals. Consider packaging existing products or launching subscriptions, certifications, or bundles that solve bigger problems for your customers. The point is this: people are buying products from you in order to solve a problem. The specific product they may want to buy, though, may only solve part of their problem. So package everything you sell that will solve that problem together, and you'll be surprised at how many people place an order. Here's what you want to do. List the top 5 problems people come to you to solve. Create packages with your products that help solve those problems. Offer those packages as one single product. Okay. Third, use a product brief before you launch anything new. This step helps you pressure test your ideas. The goal? Build products that drive more revenue without bloating your business. The larger your organization gets, the more confusion and frustration can happen when launching new products. Filling out a product brief initiates a process where you and your team spend time doing due diligence before launching a product or service. When you fill out a product brief, you will get answers to these questions. Will the product interfere with existing revenue streams? Will the product confuse customers? Will the product be profitable and sustainable? And will the product bloat overhead? Use the product brief the next time you have a new product idea. The purpose of a product brief is to create doubt. Installing a product brief process is necessary if you want to professionalize your operation. All right, let's move on to step 5 in the process. Simplify your management and productivity system. How to get your team aligned and actually get things done. So, you ever feel like managing your team is kind of like herding cats? Constant meetings, lost emails, late night texts, and still nothing gets done. Let's fix that. Most small businesses struggle to scale not because of lack of effort, but because they don't have a system to manage people and productivity. What you need is a simple, repeatable structure that helps your team stay focused, aligned, and actually move the business forward. This framework is and boils down to 5 core meetings that will replace all the chaos. Number 1, the all-staff meeting. This aligns the whole team around your top 3 economic priorities every week. It boosts focus and morale. Number 2, the leadership meeting. A weekly sync for department heads to share updates, tackle blockers, and assign ownership to key tasks. 3, the department stand-up. A short daily huddle to keep every team member clear on their priorities and moving forward. 4, the personal priority speed check. A quick one-on-one for giving feedback and making sure everyone knows exactly what's expected. And 5, the quarterly performance review. A chance to evaluate what's working, celebrate wins, and refocus for the next 90 days. When you install this playbook, something amazing happens. Everyone knows what the company is trying to achieve. Everyone knows their role in making it happen, and morale goes up, and so does revenue. Whether you're a solopreneur with a few contractors or leading a growing team, these meetings will give you the clarity and structure you need to grow without burning out. So, if you're tired of feeling like you're the only one steering the ship, it's time to install this system and get your whole team rowing in the same direction. All right. Last step, but certainly not least, is step 6, cash flow. How to stop stressing over cash flow in your small business. Here's an honest question. Do you really know where your money is going? As in every dollar. If you're like most small business owners, managing cash flow feels messy. Random transfers, surprise tax bills, and wondering if you can afford to pay yourself this month. Sound familiar? Let's clean that up and put you back in control. Use a simple cash flow system that breaks it all down into just 5 accounts that give you total clarity and control over your money. And no, you don't have to have any accounting experience at all to use it effectively. Here's the system. Number 1, an operating account. This is where all your revenue goes and bills are paid. Number 2, a personal checking account. Pay yourself a fixed salary so there's no more guesswork. Number 3, a tax account. Every time you pay yourself, match it dollar for dollar and set it aside. No more tax panic. Number 4, a business profit account. Anything over your high water mark, about a month's expenses, goes here. Build a 6-month emergency fund. Number 5, an investment holding account. Once your emergency fund is set, start using overflow profits to build personal wealth. This setup gives you peace of mind, prevents overspending, and helps you grow your business without burning out. And best of all, it works even if you're just starting out or running lean. You'll know exactly what's yours, what belongs to the business, and what's set aside for the IRS. No more mystery, no more stress. So if you want your business to become a money-making machine, it starts by giving every dollar a job. And this system makes it that simple. All right. So there you have it. 6 simple but powerful moves to strengthen your business during uncertain times. When you lead with specific economic goals, clarify your message, guide customers instead of trying to sell to them, optimize your product and services, streamline your team's productivity, and take control of your cash flow, you're not just surviving a recession, you're setting your business up to thrive through this storm and the next. In this economic environment, the consequences of waiting, hesitating, and not taking action could be dire. Adopt an abundance mindset, take advantage of this opportunity, and start taking action today. We help small businesses like yours optimize for revenue and profit. There's a link to my calendar in the description, so if I can help you with any of this, just book in a call with me. Take action, stay focused, and remember, you got this.